Christmas 2020. This will no doubt be a Christmas to remember. But what will it be remembered for? Will it just be the Christmas where we couldn't be with our families? The Christmas where we didn't know how much longer our normal lives and our routines would be put on hold? The Christmas where we wondered when things would ever be the same again? Or would we even want to remember this Christmas at all? As I pondered all of these questions, I thought back to that very first Christmas, the original Christmas to remember. Back to Bethlehem and to that manger where Jesus would be born, where God Himself would enter into this world as a helpless child. What were Mary and Joseph thinking? They were away from family, they were on their own, and they couldn't even find a place to stay for the night. Were they wondering if their lives would ever be the same again? Would things ever return to normal? Think about it. How were they supposed to provide for the Son of God? What would their future hold? Or I think back to World War II and to the Greatest Generation. Back before cell phones and Skype and social media, and how families were separated and without contact for long periods, often during the holidays. Did the soldiers and the wives and the children spend their Christmas wondering if things would ever be the same? So, while it may have been different times and different situations and circumstances, it seems like we've all found ourselves wondering those very same things. What does the future hold? Will it get better? Will it ever be the same? During World War II, President Roosevelt's radio address reminded us of one very important thing, that while families may be separated across oceans and continents, Jesus Christ is still present with each and every one of us.
There are many men and women in America who are asking themselves this Christmas, how can we light our tree? How can we give our gift? How can we meet and worship with love and with uplifted spirit and heart in a world of war, a world of fighting and suffering and death? How can we put the world aside to rejoice in the birth of Christ? And even as we ask these questions, we know the answer, but our strength, as the strength of all men everywhere, is of greater avail as God upholds us.
And during that very first Christmas, Mary herself was reassured by an angel of the Lord. The angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God." And Mary would later respond, "My soul glorifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior, for He has been mindful of the humble state of His servant. From now on, all generations will call me blessed, for the Mighty One has done great things for me. Holy is His name." So maybe rather than looking at Christmas 2020 and wondering if we'll ever celebrate the same way again, we instead celebrate the one thing that has never changed. The one thing that has been constant through all of our Christmases and through all of our circumstances. God's presence. And we remember that very first Christmas and how it was foretold. To us a child is born. To us a son is given. And the government will be on His shoulders. And He will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Jesus Christ came into this world as God's gift to fix our broken relationship with the Father once and for all. No war, no distance, and no pandemic can undo what He has restored. Jesus wants us to remember that, especially in times like this. And to also remember that He doesn't just show up on Christmas. Jesus is with us each and every day, in each and every trial, and in each and every moment. So what will you remember about this Christmas? Will it simply be the Christmas when things were changed? Or will it be the Christmas when you changed the way you think about things. I hope it's a Christmas where you remember that God is still in control and Jesus is still on the throne. So from all of us here at the Lighthouse Ministry, to all of you watching wherever you are, Merry Christmas.